Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, and welcome to the 44th class of the G3 Hifz-ul-Qur'an course. Today, inshallah, as you all know, that we covered our course yesterday. We finished our course, alhamdulillah, and so today we're just going to do a recap of Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 287. So we have done this verse in two sections, part 1 and part 2, and today, inshallah, we're going to do a recap of the whole verse altogether, inshallah. And then we will also do a recap of a rule that we learned previously about quiescent alif and hamza. Inshallah, we're going to do that. We're going to do that as well. And we are going to do a practice for Surah Al-Baqarah by listening to the audio. And I would request everybody to follow along as well. And then we will have our Hifz session as usual as well. So now, may I please request ST to share screen for me for Tilawat, please?
Yes, I'm going to request open the mic. NG3045.
NG3045. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. May I please request you to start from Tawaz and Tasmiyah and recite the Tilawat for us, please, the opening prayer.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ربي علمني ما هو خير عندك. Oh my Lord, teach me what is best for me in your knowledge.
Zakila, just few things to point out is the lam is carrying tashdid on top. So when you're reciting this, can you please give emphasis on the lam? So Rabbi alimni instead of alimni. Okay?
Okay.
Excellent. And when we do a waqf at the end, this fatha changes into a conditional sukoon. Okay? So indak.
Indak.
Excellent. Jazakumullah. And you read the translation as well. Jazakallah. So now we'll move on to our etiquettes as well. So, just a quick reminder that you should be sitting with the ablution or wuzu done. You should be sitting with your clean clothes. You should be wearing your clean clothes. Your head should be covered. So if you're a tifl, please make sure you're wearing a cap or a hat. And if you're a Nasirat, please make sure you're wearing a headscarf. You should be sitting in a quiet place with your parents to supervise with you, okay? And please come with your correct IDs. It should be very clear. Alhamdulillah, I can see that everybody is with the correct IDs, but for those, I can see one who's not. So can you please rename yourself and come back again? Otherwise, you'll be put into the waiting room. Okay? Jazakumullah. So as I said before, we're going to also do a recap on a rule that we have done previously, which is of a quiescent alif and hamza. So what is this? So what happens is that sometimes the letter hamza, it appears on top of the letter waw or ya with a sukoon on top. So if I give you an example, can you see here the first word, the waw has hamza on top, and the hamza on top of that has sukoon. Okay, so when such hamza, so when you see such hamza, it should be pronounced with a soft jerk, okay, from the bottom of the throat. So it's not like an ayin sound, not yarminuna. The mostly people, students, what they do is that they give an ayin sound. But remember that the ayin sound comes from the middle of your throat. However, this one is meant to come from the bottom of your throat. So ayin is from middle, and this one is from bottom, okay? And the jerk is also very soft, not harsh. Similarly, you can also see that alif can come with a sukoon on top, and it should also be pronounced with a soft jerk from the bottom of the throat, again, from the bottom, not from the middle, okay? So for example here, the second word, the alif here is carrying sukoon on top. So we are going to only give a soft jerk, not a harsh jerk, and not definitely not an ayin sound either. Okay, so akhta'na, that's it, not the middle of the throat is not what you're meant to do. Only give the sound of a soft jerk from the bottom of the throat. Okay, so I hope you've understood this. May I please request ST to choose a student for me so that we can practice?
Yes, before I choose a student, if you can announce for the correct ID, because there is some people with their names in the list.
Yes. So as reminded by ST as well, that there are some students with their wrong IDs, and I'm sure you wouldn't want to miss the lesson time. So can you please rename yourself? So check your names, and if it's not correct, can you please rename yourself? You can do that whilst being in the class. Okay, Jazakumullah. Yeah. Okay. May I please have a student?
Yes, I'm going to invite AG3091.
AG3091, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. So may I please request you to recite the words, so and the whole line, please.
Yu'minuna
Good.
أخطأنا قالوا أنؤمن لا تأخذه مأكول.
Excellent, well done. So as everybody else has also listened, mashallah, AG3091 has very correctly pronounced those quiescent alif and hamza. So there was no ayn sound, and mashallah, it was a soft jerk from the bottom of the throat. So well done, AG3091. Just one question: if you were to stop at the end of the word, how would you do a waqf of each word again, please? So how would you stop? If you were stop here, you said yu'minuna. What if you have to stop here, do a waqf? How would you pronounce this?
يؤمنون
Excellent. What about this one?
أخطأنا
Perfect. So there will be no change here. Good. Next.
قالوا أنؤمن.
No. So we have the no would be in the case of not stopping, but when we're doing a waqf, the dhamma changes into, yes, perfect. The dhamma changes into a sukoon, a conditional sukoon. Okay, good. One thing as well, madh kabir, madh sagir is on top of wow, so you have to prolong it for a bit longer. Okay, just keep that in mind for next time. What about this one?
لا تأخذه
No.
لا تأخذ.
Good, well done. Again, a sukoon would come, and only a ha sound would come at the end. Mashallah, which you did. What about the last one?
مأكول.
Perfect. Jazakumullah. Jazakallah. So now we are going to do our Surah Baqarah was 287, and we're going to do the whole was together. So I'm going to play the audio recording, and you will have the screen on your view. So follow along, please. Okay. So it does not start from thousand tasmiyah, but you should always start from thousand tasmiyah and then continue, okay?
لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين.
Okay, So I hope everybody has followed alongside, and you should notice the rules that we have done so far. There were many that we have done. So now I will just ask ST to choose a student for me to see. Let's see if you've
Yes, I'm going to choose AG3008.
AG3008. Assalamu alaikum. AG3008. Can you hear me?
Can you try to unmute his mic, please?
Yeah, I'll try. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. So that's AG3008. May I please request you to start from Tauz and Tasniya and please recite the surah up to here. You can see the mark, the cursor here?
Yes.
Yep, up to here, please.
Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. La yukallifu fullahu nafsan illa wus'ah. Laha ma kasabat wa alayha ma
So ma, and then the alif is blank, so we don't pronounce that. We go straight to kaf.
mak
Well done.
tasabat
Perfect. The first one was correct. So mat tasabat.
tasamat.
Try again, slowly. Mak.
Maktasabat.
Perfect.
Rabbana la
Good. Well done.
Inna sina au
Good. Jazakumullah. Well done. Very good attempt, actually, mashallah. So, so your one mistake that I noticed was your waqf over here. How did you do a waqf? Start from illa.
Illa wus'ah.
Okay. So here there will be no change in pronunciation when you're doing a waqf. Okay. So we have alif after ha. So it will be as you it will be illa wus'aha. Okay.
Illa wus'aha.
So if there was no alif here and there was only ha with a fatha on top, then the pronunciation as you pronounced would have been correct. But in this case, we have alif after ha. That's why we have to prolong it. Okay?
Okay.
Excellent. MashaAllah. And can you tell me, we just did a rule of quiescent hamza and alif. So which word can you tell applies that rule? Which word can you see?
Tu.
Where? Here?
Latu. Yeah, that one.
This one. Yes, so we can see there's hamza on top. Yes, but that's not the rule that we've just done, because hamza, for the rule that we've just done, there should be a sukoon on top of hamza, but there is fatha on top. So not this one, no. Any other? You've read that word as well. So you're looking for alif with sukoon on top, or you're looking for hamza, which should be on top of waw, or ya with a sukoon on top. Where can you see that?
Where is it?
Do you know?
No.
Okay, no worries. So the very last word that you read. So you can see that we have alif, and alif has sakun on top. Okay, so this is called a quiescent alif. Okay, so alif, the sakun on top. That's what we mean by quiescent alif. So here, you very correctly gave a jerk. So how did you do that? Would you like to do it again, please?
أخطأنا.
One more time, please. Start from aw.
أو أخطأنا.
Good. Well done. Just try to make sure that the jerk is soft, not very harsh. Okay.
أو أخطأنا.
Good. Well done. Yes, that's fine. Another thing I noticed was that the differentiation between similar sounding letters is very important. You know, we have ta and then we have tho. We have alif, then we have ain. Okay. So, but then we have kaf and then we have qaf. So as I've said those letters, you have seen the difference between them, correct? So whenever you're reciting ta'uz here, you can see that we have alif, then we have ain. Okay, they're right next to each other, so this makes it even more challenging. So you have to make sure that the alif and the ain sound are differentiated. Okay, otherwise, mashallah, your ta'uz was correct and your bismillah was correct too. Mashallah. Jazakumullah. That was very well done. May I please have next student?
I'm going to invite NG3079.
NG3079. Assalamu alaikum. Should I try?
Now I'm going to call another student.
Okay, sure.
NG3106.
N3, what was the ID again, sir?
NG3106.
Okay, NG3106. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So may I please request you to start from thousands of Mia and recite up till here. You can see my cursor, correct?
Yes.
Okay, good.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا يكلف.
Start from here. Sorry, ربنا from here.
ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا.
Jazakumullah. Very well read. That was very good, mashallah. Just, would you be able to identify some rules if I just tell you, for example, here we have Nun Sakin and then we have Qaf. What type of rule do you think we've done in connection to that? So they're the four. Good, well done, excellent. I was just going to give you a hint. Well done, mashallah. Why do you think it's ikhfa? What makes you think it's ikhfa?
Because the noon is has a sakun on top.
Good. What about the next letter? Because the next letter is important.
The qaf has a fatha on.
Yeah, the qaf does have a fatha on top, but the qaf itself is a letter of ikhfa. So we have to conceal the nun sakin sound. So well done. And mashallah, you also, there's one more thing in this word, one more rule that we've done. Would you be able to identify that, please?
The ba has a sakun on it.
Perfect.
And it's
what
a
rule?
kasra.
Excellent, well done. qalqala. What type of qalqala sound though? Is it soft, moderate, or strong?
Soft.
Perfect. Well done. And why do you think that is?
Because all of other, sorry, because
It's okay, because the ba sakin, the qalqala letter comes in the middle of the word. Okay, that's why it's soft. If this was to be at the end of the word, then it would be moderate. And if it would be at the end of the word and it carries a shutdown top, then it would be a strong jerking sound. Jazakumullah. Jazakumullah. That was, what's your ID is NG3106. Jazakumullah. May I have next student, please?
Yes, I'm going to invite AG3089.
Can you tell the ID once more, please?
AG3089.
AG3089. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. May I please request you to start from Tawhid Tasmiyah and recite the rest of the verses, please?
Yes.
Jazakumullah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. جزاك الله.
Ameen. Jazakumullah. That was a very beautiful recitation indeed. MashaAllah, AG3089. And MashaAllah, you recited it correctly. Excellent. Just one thing I would like to just point out, just a tiny thing. We have meme with sakoon on top, correct? Sorry, it's shutdown top, right? So what do we have to do here? Do you know? AG3089, are you with us? Oh, yes.
Yeah. You have to hold on to the meme for 2 seconds.
Perfect. So you have to do a gunna sound. Okay. Similarly, we have noon sakin. Here, noon with shutdown top, not sakin. So here you did it correctly, mashallah. However, the meme here, I didn't feel as if you gave a gunna sound. So just, would you like to try again and just give it the gunna sound here, please?
Yeah. ربنا ولا تحملنا.
Perfect. MashaAllah, excellent. What's so special about this raw? How is it different? How do you pronounce it?
Yeah, you have to read it thick since it has a foot on it.
Perfect. So thick, tafkhim raw. Excellent. MashaAllah. What about this letter?
That's a thick letter.
Well done, excellent. So you have to pronounce it. So what's a similar sounding letter other than, so we have to, and what's the next letter that is very similar sounding?
Ta.
Excellent. So you see the difference ta and to, yeah? So you have to make sure you differentiate, which you did, mashallah, well done. One thing I would like to say is that every time here, because it's a prayer, so we have to say Ameen, okay? So when you're reciting wa'fu anna, so Ameen, and then next also Ameen, okay? And at the end you can say Ameen in all together. But one thing I would like to point out here, you can see the small sign, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I go to my screen, can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Good.
I can.
I'm going to go to that sign that we just saw on the verse. So it's waqfa. Okay. So what you have to do here is that you have to stop without breaking the breath for more than 1 second. Okay. So you are allowed to stop, but make sure that your breath does not break. Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to try that again, please?
Yeah. واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين.
Mashallah. Mashallah, that was very well recited. Excellent. Sometimes it can be tricky because it's a longer verse, so you might be short of breath, but practice makes it perfect. Jazakumullah. Excellent. Mashallah. AG3089. Jazakallah. Okay. So now we're going to move on to our hifz for today. And meanwhile, the breakout room will be opened. So anyone who gets the invitation, can you please accept the invitation and go to the breakout room? Okay, so you should all be getting the invitation now. So for those who are still in the main session, we are going to move on to our hifz. Okay, so may I please request ST to choose a student for me?
Yes, I'm going to invite NG3101.
NG3101. Assalamu alaikum.
I can't open the mic.
Oh, I'll try. Don't worry. Okay, I am not able to
call somebody else.
Yes, next one, please. Yeah.
Okay, NG3092.
Assalamu alaikum. NG3092.
94.
94. Sorry, 94. Assalamu alaikum. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So, would you be able to tell me which surah you've not done so far as part of the hifz?
Surah Al-Quraysh.
Surah Al-Quraysh. Can you confirm that, ST?
Yes, just 1 moment, please.
Sure.
Assalamu alaikum.
I think he has done Surah Al-Quraysh.
Surah Al-Quraysh. Okay. Walaikum assalam. I think we have accidentally
Yes,
unmuted
then
two.
has Surah Ma'un, Kafirun, Surah Al-Kawthar,
Okay.
Surah Nasirat, Ikhlas, Surah Lahab. I can't see the Surah Ikhlas.
Okay, but what about Surah Quraysh? You haven't done that?
No, I haven't done it.
Okay. And you remember the surah by heart?
Yes.
Okay, great, excellent. So you can start. Give me a second.
It is in my record that he has done, but doesn't matter.
Okay, so you have done Surah Al-Quraysh. I think you do not remember it.
I can't see the Surah Al-Ikhlas.
Yeah, so do you know Surah Al-Ikhlas off by heart?
Yes, but I already did it.
Okay. Okay, in that case, okay, first can you do Surah Al-Ikhlas for us, please? And then we'll do Surah Al-Quraysh too.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Excellent, that was good, mashallah. Okay, So because we are focusing on surahs that we've done recently, so for example, verses of Surah Al-Baqarah, Surah 1 to 17, the Ayatul Kursi, and the last ruku of Surah Al-Baqarah as well. Do you know any of them off by heart?
I know Surah Al-Baqarah up to verse 4.
Verse 4, and you've already recited that, correct?
No.
No, you haven't. Okay, that's fine. So would you like to do Surah Al-Baqarah then?
Yes.
Okay, that's perfect. Give me a second, please. Okay. Okay, you can start from 1,000 Tasmiyah, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Oh, wait.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألف لام ميم. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون.
Perfect, mashallah. Excellent. So I'll just share my screen. Overall, mashallah, a very good recitation, mashallah. You've followed all the rules that we have done so far. Just one thing I noticed, and this might be just because of how I heard it, I did not feel that the lam was prolonged for long enough, because considering that we have Mad Kabir, so we have to do at least for 4 to 6 seconds, correct? So for both lam and meen, make sure you prolong it for 4 seconds at least. Would you like to try that, please? NG3094. Oh, she's muted. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Yeah. Would you like to please recite this again, the second verse, please?
Alif Lam Mim.
Perfect. Well done. Excellent. MashaAllah. So we did the rule of quiescent Hamza and quiescent Alif. Do you see any word that follows on that rule, that focuses on that rule? And it is between verses 1 to 4, which you recited.
There's one here, yu'minu.
Perfect, well done. So we have wow, then we have Hamza on top, and then the Hamza carries a sukoon on top. So how did you pronounce that? So how do you pronounce that? Sorry?
You pronounce it like you.
Well done. Excellent. Perfect. A soft jerk. Jazakumullah. That was NG3094, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Jazakumullah. May I please have the next student?
Yes, I'm going to invite AG3102.
AG3102, Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam rahmatullah. So, ST, which surah?
He hasn't done Surah Quraysh and Surah Al-Fil and
Okay.
Surah Al-Baqarah verse 2.
So, AG3102, which surahs out of those that ST have just told do you know off by heart?
I know Surah Baqarah verses 385, 386, and 387.
MashaAllah, all of them?
Yeah.
MashaAllah, that's very good. Excellent. So, would you like to start, please?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وإن تبدوا ما في أنفسكم أو تخفوه يحاسبكم به الله فيغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء والله على كل شيء قدير. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت.
MashaAllah.
ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا
Ameen.
أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين.
Ameen. Jazakumullah. Very well done. MashaAllah. Excellent. So well done. So for everybody, every student, AG3102 should be an example because MashaAllah, not only did he remember Surah Baqarah verses 285 till 285 till 287, not only that he remembered them, he also remembered them with correct pronunciation. MashaAllah. All the way through, MashaAllah, there was only one or two small mistakes, but otherwise, MashaAllah, there is no mistake. So let me just share my screen and everybody would know. There's only 2 or 3 mistakes. And otherwise, MashaAllah, in terms of the letters that should be thickened, MashaAllah, you did that. The letters that should be prolonged, and for how long they should be prolonged for, MashaAllah, that was done. The ikhfa was done. The izhar was done. MashaAllah, it was very good. Excellent. Jazakumullah. Just a few things I would like to point out quickly. Here, you know that there should be a, what rules should be here? What do you think? Excellent. So what you did here was, I did not feel as if you did the jerk at all. Okay, so would you like to try again, please?
وَإِن تُبْدُوا.
Well done. Excellent. So is it a soft kalkala, moderate or strong?
Soft kalkala, because
Perfect.
it is in the middle of a word.
Excellent. I was going to ask you that. MashaAllah, well done. What about this one? Why do you think I've highlighted this?
Because we have to do izhar, and you have to just join it with the ra, and you don't need to say the noon.
Excellent. Well done. So not the izhar, it's the idgham this time. Okay, but what type of idgham? You're correct. So you have to merge the meme sound with the raw sound without the noon sakin sound. Yes.
Yes.
So I heard a bit of noon gunna sound, which is why I've highlighted this. No gunna sound should be here because the next letter is raw, and this idgham touch is the one that whenever it appears, we are not going to do a gunna sound. Would you like to try that, please?
Min Rabbihi.
Okay. Again, I felt the gunna, but it just may be because of how we are listening to you. But again, no noon gunna sound. Okay. So well done for trying, mashallah. And here, why do you think I've highlighted this?
Because I did a jerk. Because I did the
So it was something to do with jerk. Yes, you were meant to do a jerk, but what type of jerk? Soft or strong?
Soft.
Excellent, well done. So I felt as if it was a bit strong. Yeah. So just a soft jerk from the bottom of your throat. Try.
Oh, أخطأنا.
Again, I heard the ayn sound. Don't do the ayn sound. Just softly.
أخطأنا.
Good, well done. That was much better. Excellent. Jazakumullah. Jazakallah AG3102. Jazakumullah. May I please have next student?
I'm going to invite NG3093.
NG3093. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. So ST, which surah has she not done yet?
She hasn't done Surat al-Qur'an, Surat al-Nasr, Al-Falaq, and Surat al-Nas.
Okay. So NG3093, do you remember any of the surahs mentioned?
I know all of them, but I've already recited them in the class.
So you have as part of your hifz.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so it seems like the records are not correct. It's okay. So do you remember Surah Al-Baqarah off by heart? Any
Yes.
verses? Which ones? So we
First
have
few
1 to
verses.
17. And then we also have 250, 85 to 287. Which ones do you remember?
285 to 287.
Oh, mashallah. Do you remember all of it?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. Mashallah. Well done. So we have another student that remembers all of the surah, which is very good. You can start once I get rid of the screen. Give me 1 second. I'll just remove the... Yep, okay. Yes, you can start, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الله لا إله إلا هو.
Okay, so the one you're reciting is not 285 to 287. You're reciting the Ayatul Kursi. Yeah? So you're going to do Ayatul Kursi, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Go on.
الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم لا
Okay, so you need to do the next one as well?
Yes.
Okay, go on. Sorry.
لا إكراه في الدين قد تبين الرشد من الغي فمن يكفر بالطاغوت ويؤمن بالله فقد استمسك بالعروة الوثقى لا انفصام لها والله سميع عليم الله ولي الذين آمنوا يخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور والذين كفروا أولياءهم الطاغوت يخرجونهم من النور إلى الظلمات أولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون.
Excellent, mashallah. Very well recited again. Just like the last participant, mashallah. It was very well recited, keeping in mind the pronunciations, mashallah. I'm very impressed. Excellent. So I'll just share my screen, and this time you'll see that the screen is blank. The reason being that there was no mistake. Okay, so mashallah, well done. I would just like to ask some questions. Let's see to see if you know the names of the rules or if you know the rules themselves, which I'm sure you do. So, okay. Here, what do we have to do here on this word? Sorry, it just got highlighted. But this one.
And which word?
وَيُؤْمِن, this one. So we did this today.
In the Hamza you don't do you do a soft jet sound.
Perfect, mashallah, perfect. That's good. And what types? Okay, one thing I would just like to say though, that was the sa and the za sound. Again, so when you're pronouncing these two letters, you have to take your tongue out and touch your upper teeth, and then say the letter. So sa or za, yeah. Otherwise, mashallah, very well recited and very impressed. That was NG3093, mashallah. May I please have next student?
Yes, I'm going to invite NG3092.
NG3092, Assalamu alaikum. NG3092, can you hear me?
It was unmute a second. Yes.
Alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. So what surah have we not done so far as part of Hifz?
Surah Al-Fil.
Surah Al-Fil.
It says in record Surah Al-Falaq, Surah Al-Lahab, Nasr, and Surah Al-Kafirun, and Surah Al-Ma'un. Yes, in the
So, okay, so it seems like you have done Surah Al-Fil or you have not?
I haven't.
You have not. Okay, so we'll go with the student. Okay, would you like to start, please? Start from Thousand Tasmiyah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طير أبابيل ترميهم
بحجارة
بحجارة أبا
No.
Sijil.
Good. Yes, well done.
Alam.
فَجَعَلَهُمْ
وَجَعَلَهُمْ
كَعَصْفٍ مَأْكُولٍ. Okay, mashallah, you remembered most of the surah. If we go here, so the surah you've memorized so far, up to what verse? It was up to the 4th verse, correct? So up to here, mashallah, there was no mistake. So that was very good, mashallah. It's just the last 2 verses that you need to memorize them again, okay? So please memorize the surah al-Fil. That's your homework for next time, okay? That's your task.
Okay.
Okay, Jazakumullah. That was a very good attempt though, mashallah. Well done, NG3092. Mashallah, well done. So now we have students from the breakout rooms are back into the main session. So now we're going to move on to our homework for today. So please make sure that you memorize the chapters Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 285, 286, and 287. So one of the students has already memorized, and also we have listened to him as well. So mashallah to him, well done, alhamdulillah. But for others who have not yet gotten the chance, you might get the chance tomorrow. So please make sure that you memorize them, and make sure you revise all the chapters that we have done so far. So we have done Surah chapter number 1, the last 10 chapters. Then we have done Surah Al-Baqarah verses 1 to 17, and we have done Ayatul Kursi 2. Okay. So please make sure that you revise them as well. And just to revise a recap of what we did today. So we focused on the verse 287 of Surah Al-Baqarah, and we also did a recap on quiescent alif and quiescent hamza, which means that you should pronounce this quiescent alif and quiescent hamza with soft jerking sound from the bottom of your throat. Again, this is very important, from the bottom, not from the middle, because from the middle you pronounce ayn. Okay, so you should not mix with the sound of the letter ayn, which is pronounced from the middle of your throat. Okay, I hope everybody has got that. Okay, so we will move on to our prayer after reciting the Holy Quran. May I please request ST to choose a student for me?
Yes, I'm going to invite NG3101.
NG3101, Assalamu alaikum.
I have invited this student before, but
Yeah, I would try.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. So we do have that was NG3101. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
May I please request you to recite the prayer after reciting the Holy Quran, please?
Bismillah.
Start with ta'awuz, please.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة. Oh Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Ameen. Jazakumullah
Ameen.
NG3101. This is it. This is the end of the class today. We will inshallah have class tomorrow as well. So till then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.